And breaking here in the afternoon prime time, the Supreme Court has permitted the Italian Marines to stay outside the country for another 6 months. This after the government of India did not oppose the extension of their stay. Meenakshi with us for more details. Meenakshi, what really happened and what was the government's stand on this plea?
Well, Deepti, this was perhaps the second time again that the Marine has extension of stay outside of India on health grounds. You'll recall on earlier occasion, the government of India had permitted him to stay outside of India on medical grounds, citing humanitarian grounds. And again today, when the matter came up for reconsideration, because the Marine was scheduled to get back to India in a couple of days' time, the Government of India Council clearly told the Supreme Court that the government does not have any objections for the Marine to continue to stay outside of India, and therefore the Supreme Court was bound to permit him extension by another 6 months. On the second point that the Marine has invoked to stay outside of India, citing matter to be a subject of international arbitration, Deepti, on that aspect, the Government Council is not briefed about the stand of the Union of India, and because of which the Supreme Court has issued notice to the government to reply what the government stand is on the Marine's position that he can't return back to India because the matter is pertaining to a case which is under the subject of international arbitration. But clearly, government adopting a soft position and continuing to adopt a soft position before the Apex Court, and therefore the Apex Court permitting the Marine to stay outside of the country by another 6 months.
Now, Meenakshi, you did talk about this so-called soft position of the government. The opposition has been also asking that why perhaps these Italian Marines are allowed to get away like this. Why is the government perhaps not taking a stand? So will the government now will not have to answer politically, at least, on its stand on this entire issue?
Yes, absolutely, Diti. This will rake up a big political storm perhaps going forward, because you'll recall it was again one of the issues which then candidate for President Narendra Modi had raked up and criticized the UK on. And very, curiously, when we saw him assume office of the Prime Minister, and this government's position before the Supreme Court has been something which has sort of like they have tried to appease or perhaps skate on thin ice, but categorically this is something which will give rise to political criticism going forward.
Yes.
Okay.